Personal log, Captain Azrael Prax, stardate 55175.3. It has been a few days since my return from the mirror universe. My long term captivity has left me feeling out of place in a ship I call home. Familiar faces haunt my dream. While I know my shipmates would do me no harm, those in the other side of the looking glass with the same face did unspeakable horrors to me and others in my company. I never broke, not for 1 second. At least that's what I want to believe. But part of me wanted to, if only to spare myself the thought of a mere moment of peace or to stop the torture of my friend. I find myself wondering if I can even face my crew, knowing that their faces will remind me the month of hell I experienced. I hope I can still command the expedition as I once did, or am I to be fated forever a broken woman of my former self? With everything that has happened to me, I do tend to follow the advice of the counselor, with routine visits to get me through this. While I have been cleared for active duty, I feel I must still delegate most of my responsibilities to my first officer. Still, well, for a while at least. End log.
All right. I got to scroll through all of these different scene changes. We are going to start the scene in sickbay. Um, Casey, you're still feeling the effects of the torture you received on that last day. Your feet have, with your feet being basically sawed off the bottoms of your feet. So you've had to go through a few surgeries to try to repair the damage, um, have new skin grafted on, and the like. You're able to walk around a little bit with assistance, but you're still not up to form.
How long has it been?
Just a few days.
Okay.
So it's basically been like 4 days of nonstop surgeries for you.
So he's not cleared for duty. He's
Right? Yeah, you're still
yeah.
in the sick bay bed. And we'll start with Captain Prax coming to check on her security officer.
Commander, how are you feeling?
Well, not the greatest. Hurts less now, but I think it'll be a while before I'm back to my usual fighting shape.
I feel the same, though you did take the brunt of everything.
Well, I guess they knew that they couldn't get to you directly through pain, but torture is only the method of cowards. I am glad that we in our universe have risen above such barbarity.
Yes, we did luck out.
And how are you feeling, Captain?
I'll be fine in time. It'll be, I think, a while for all of us. There's a lot of scars that need to be healed.
I know what you mean. I think it may be a while before I can look at some of the crew again in the way that I have seen their mirror universe counterparts act, even though I know that it isn't really them.
I, uh, I know the feeling. Make sure you talk to the counselor. Believe me, I know I am.
Well, I never have before, but perhaps it's time I finally did.
If you need anything, just let me know, Casey. I'll make sure it happens.
Thank you, sir.
If you excuse me, I need to check on Jezu.
Of course.
Doctor, please take good care of him.
I will, Captain. In fact, I think he's past the worst of it. Commander, if you're up for it, I could probably release you back to your quarters. It'll beat staring at these cold sickbay walls.
That would be very nice. Thank you, Doctor. I think some rest in my own environment would be quite beneficial.
Now, just remember, Commander, uh, try to keep at a walking pace only. Do not overexert yourself. The healing process has only just begun. I'm sure you don't want to experience what you have the last couple of days trying to repair your feet again.
I guess I'll avoid the K2 simulation on the holodeck then.
I would strongly advise it, Commander. And the doctor will walk out.
I guess Casey will head to his quarters. Imagine he has like a cane, like a Nog when
Yeah,
had
probably the
one
help.
episode of DS9.
A helpful walking stick. Right. Meanwhile, in the Exo's office, DeGrasse and Mendrock are discussing the ship's duty rosters and ship status updates.
Well, Chief, how does she look?
It's already here, Commander.
It's good to hear. Uh,
Good
I
to
know.
have everybody back.
I'm sorry?
So it's good to have everybody back on board.
It is. I can't imagine what they went through. I'm not,
I should die.
I'm not sure the scars will ever fully heal, but you're right. It's good to have them back. Well, expedition's restocked, ready to go. Feeling as good as we can.
Aye, Commander.
How about your engineering departments? What happened after the unfortunate explosion on the EPS conduit at the transporter? Is everybody back to where they should be?
Cheer.
Now I got to find your name in this list. Here we go.
Come in.
I'll let you guys finish and then I'll do the buzz. Sorry.
Gotcha.
Damage was minimal, Commander, and has been contained to a small area. Repairs will be underway.
Excellent. Fantastic work as always, Mendrock. Honestly, Not sure what we would do without you.
Thank you, Commander. I'm glad to be part of the ship.
Come in.
In walks Admiral Nea.
DeGrasse stands.
At ease, Commander, at ease.
I would assume to sit back down.
DeGrasse sits.
What is the status of the expedition, Commander?
Well, we were just finishing reviewing. From what we can tell, it's tip-top shape. Chief Mendrock here has done fantastic work making sure the engineering department is ready to go, and that there was no lasting damage from the unfortunate explosion that we had before the rescue operation. So we're good to go.
And how's the crew holding up?
There's admittedly a little bit of trauma that we've had to deal with, not only from the personnel that were kidnapped, but also from, well, those that were still on board. Many people had friends and family that were brought to the mirror universe, and well, all I can say is that the counselor's pulling overtime. So
Have you been able to confirm the identities of all of the individuals we recovered from the mirror universe? As she walks over to the replicator and makes herself a drink.
GM, I'm assuming medical would have done that and reported back, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Admiral. Using Lieutenant Nidan's blood scanning technique, we have confirmed the identities of every expedition member who was brought back.
And have we been able to locate where they were taken from? And return and start the process of returning them to their proper duty sections?
When you say where they were taken from,
You know, like their ships and such.
oh, the personnel?
Yeah.
Yeah. To the best of my knowledge, yes, Admiral.
Very good. Commander, also, I would like what would that be called? I'd like you to schedule a formal parade in the shuttle bay, Commander. And she pulls out a small case. I have some things to present to your crew.
Understood. We'll get everything ready to go. How quickly would you like this parade?
Within a couple hours.
Understood. We'll see to it.
Very good. I'll see you. She double checks the time. I'll see you at 1700 hours then.
We're looking forward to it.
And she'll turn and walk out.
Chief,
I come in.
what do you think of the Admiral?
Very correct. Which is good.
I like it myself.
I like knowing exactly what's going on.
Well, it's good that
Prevents
someone does.
prevents problems, especially in engineering, when everything is critically, important.
Well, let me know if you need anything.
Of course, Commander.
Dismissed.
I'll head down to engineering, but see if I can lend a hand with the shuttle bay preparations as well.
All right.
And DeGrasse will tap his comm badge. Who would be the person that we would go to organize a parade?
Probably a yeoman.
Okay. Taps his comm badge and says DeGrasse to Yeoman Daniels.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeoman, I need to give you a very critical task. The Admiral herself, Admiral Nea, has requested personally that you see to organizing a parade in our shuttle bay. Want this to be the best organized parade that we can muster, particularly since I assume we'll be honoring the captain, Casey, and the others who were returned to us from the Mirror Universe. Do you think you can handle that?
Yes, sir. I'll get on it right away.
Thank you. Let me know what you need.
Aye, sir.
GM, real quick question. Are Mirror Prax and Mirror Casey still on the ship?
They have probably been switched over to Starbase 200,
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
which you guys are currently at.
Okay. All right, so DeGrasse will finish up a few more administrative tasks and head out to the bridge.
All right. We'll meet up with the captain in the inner quarters.
Come here, Jezu.
Yazoo will kind of look at you very timidly, start to approach you.
What's wrong, girl?
And she'll start sniffing the air and get a little bit closer. Every once in a while, giving like a little half bark.
She approaches, walks up to one of the cabinets and pulls out her favorite treat.
And when you grab the treat, she'll go up to you, still cautiously, but will take the treat from your hand.
I see my doppelganger was not too kind to you.
And she'll kind of give you the doggy head tilt.
She Sorry, interruption. It's okay, Jezu. It's me. I know you're scared. She attempts to pet Jezu.
She'll cautiously sniff your hand, and then she'll lick your hand after a few moments, and will allow you to pet her.
What do you say we go for a bit of a walk?
And she'll perk up a little bit and wag her tail.
She grabs the Jezu's leash and puts it around her, collar and proceeds to head out of her quarters into the holodeck. Actually, Arboretum.
Okay, so you're slowly walking the corridors with your walking stick, still trying to get a bearing on your footing. Basically have to learn to walk again.
Awesome.
And you get the whole every time you pass a crew member, they'll say, good evening, Commander, hello, Commander, that type of stuff. Go ahead and give me a insight security difficulty 1.
Observation for focus.
Yes.
Take a thread. Just in case we needed momentum. Casey's going to go to a console and inquire computer. Is crewman Landon on board the expedition?
Crewman Landon is none on the ship.
He's going to follow wherever he saw or thought he saw crewman Landon.
And you start walking down the corridors in the direction that you thought you saw him go. You probably walk for a few minutes. When you at this point you really definitely think that you lost him. When out of the corner of your eye, you again could swear that you saw crewman Landon walking down one of the T intersections near you.
I guess he'll follow that. In the other direction he saw.
You continue to follow this person. He always seems to be just out of sight of you, just out of reach. obviously walking faster than you could possibly muster. But you notice that he enters through a door that you see closing just as you turn the corner to see him enter a room and the doors close.
He's going to ring the door chime. Um, then he's going to open the door.
You enter into what turns out to be the enlisted quarters. And the room that you entered into is entirely empty. It's not been lived in. It just has the basic beds, an empty field locker.
I would like to step inside and take a look around.
Yeah, you step inside and you look through all the rooms into the bathroom. You check the closet, under the bed, everywhere, and it appears totally empty. You go to check another small corner of the room when you hear the door open and close behind you.
Computer, did someone just exit this room?
Negative.
Is there like a locker that might have a tricorder in the enlisted quarters?
This room is empty.
Like it just became totally empty, or just does it
No,
have
it's
tricorders?
I mean empty of stuff. I mean
Okay.
like it other than the bed, the general furniture, there's nothing else in it.
Um, is there a replicator?
Yeah.
Um, computer, replicate one standard tricorder.
Where is trying to find my computer noises. Hold on. And the replicator does not respond to your commands.
Computer, state reason for non-compliance.
And suddenly the entire room is engulfed in flames as you wake up sweating from your bed in your quarters.
The classic. Casey's going to go to the sink and just kind of army face wash. Um,
You do that and you can swear that you heard your door open again.
he's going to go. Like, can he see the door from where he is? Is he in
Yeah.
the bathroom? Okay. But he didn't see anything.
Nope.
He'll go look outside into the corridor to see if anyone's outside.
You step out into the hallway, and you don't see anyone.
He's going to go just sort of sit on the couch um, and try to ignore what was going on, and he'll take a look at his pad and see. I mean, he's not cleared for duty, but he's going to see what security has been up to in his absence and what sort of schedule they're operating on.
Okay. And then we'll head to engineering.
Be checking over things, making sure everything's ready to go.
Yeah, most of the engineering systems are operating normally. You do have a few of the Starbase personnel working on various upgrades to, like, some of the power relays, some of the computer cores, some of the bioneural circuitry and such. Pretty standard routine day in engineering.
Like to check over the EPS system that was damaged on the rescue mission and see that it's being repaired properly.
Yeah, all your engineering teams are working to the professional. You've been working on trying to get the ship back to the way it was before you took your leave of absence, or
Okay.
your leave. So you're trying to get the systems back working above their standard engineering code. You have teams working on the transporters, getting them back to regulations, because all the modifications, you obviously don't need those anymore. So it's been a task trying to remove those.
Yeah, certainly keep that information in case it's needed, but yeah. Well, then I'll just review the report from the various teams to see how the work is being completed.
Yep. I mean, most of it's still going slow because you're trying to work on repairs and stuff, but they're all getting done in a timely manner.
Mm-hmm.
So many windows. Then we'll pick it up with the Gross on the bridge.
DeGrasse taps his comm badge because I think he actually forgot to tell Yeoman Daniels when to get it ready. So, DeGrasse to Yeoman Daniels.
Go ahead, sir.
How are the preparations coming, Yeoman?
They're coming, Commander. Should be up within the hour.
Excellent. Yeah, I was just calling, communicating, because I realized I forgot to mention how quickly we needed those ready to go, but seems like you're on top of things. So Admiral Nea specified within a few hours. So as long as it's done by then, think we'll be ready to go. So again, let me know if you need anything. DeGrasse out.
And the comm shuts off.
Ops, how do things look?
Still have a few upgrades happening from the starbase, sir, but everything seems to be operating normally. No issues to report.
Fantastic. Security. Anything unusual to report?
Just had a few minor break-ins from some of the civilian personnel on the starbase, sir, but nothing we couldn't handle.
Huh. Is it unusual to have a few minor break-ins?
Not on a starbase this size, sir. It's
Okay.
typical.
Okay. Well, Admiral Nea has directed us to prepare a parade in the shuttle bay. Seems like some of our crew will be getting some awards after the recent action. Be sure to have some security ready to go. Sweep the area, do the normal thing, just as a precaution.
Aye, sir. We have already doubled the security at all airlock entrances.
Fantastic. So DeGrasse will ask the computer. Computer, what's the location of Captain Prax?
Captain Prax is in the Arboretum.
And location of Lieutenant Commander Casey?
Commander Casey is in his quarters.
Okay, well, seems that the captain is up and moving and trying to get, well, what amounts to some fresh air. Casey's resting and recovering. He kind of shakes his head. It's nice to have a little downtime after what just went on.
Please restate your command.
Shakes his head. You know, sometimes it's good to talk to something that will listen regardless. Thank you, computer. That's all I needed.
And the computer just chimes.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's anything requiring DeGrasse's attention, I think he's good.
What?
Don't see anything.
It's all black, but I know my token's on there because I can click on like a black square and it brings up my token
Yes.
controls. Oh no, it's Jesu. Jesu is there. I guess I have control over that token.
Is it still all black?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you see that one?
Yep.
Yep. Do you have
All
lighting
black.
or fog of war turned on that one?
Yeah, maybe.
Yep, that's probably what it was.
Oh, nice.
How do you turn that off?
Page settings. Little gear symbol.
I don't understand why the Arboretum would have fog of war turned on, but okay.
The
How about now?
freedom.
Yes.
Captain Prax, you bring Jezu into the Arboretum to play and frolic amongst the koi ponds, the grassy knolls, sit under the trees.
Yeah, I sort of let go. I remove the leash, take a seat on the bench, and let Jezu kind of roam a bit freely.
And you notice that Jezu is starting to take to you again, starting to trust you. And it starts acting more like herself, especially with how she normally reacts in the Arboretum. Goes to pee on the same tree, drinks from the same water source, stuff like that.
Yeah, she just sits there and watches Jezu sort of run around and play, keeps an eye on her while she relaxes. This is where the assassin comes and kills me.
And Captain, you notice in walks Commander DeGrasse.
Commander,
I'm sorry for disturbing you, Captain. How are you feeling?
just trying to regain my footing. How is the ship?
Well, tip-top shape as always. Mendrock's really good at making sure things are running the way they should. Are you sure you're okay, Captain? DeGrasse gets a little closer.
I'll be fine. I want to thank you for taking such good care of the ship.
I do have to say that's unusual, given that, well, it's not your ship.
Excuse me?
Prax, I think we've given you enough time in this, well, whatever this is, this facsimile of nature. I think we need to get you back to your cell. What do you say?
You're not taking me. This. No.
DeGrasse grabs Jezu.
She lunges after DeGrasse and attacks.
DeGrasse
Will
Well-
disappear, and Prax will wake up on the bench.
There you go.
As
She
Jezu is still playing around the Arboretum.
computer time.
The time is 1640 hours.
Come on, Jezu. Let's get back to our quarters. She walks back over to put the leash back over on.
And you and Jezu head back to your quarters. We'll come back and visit with Casey for a moment.
Has he heard about the parade?
You probably got the notification about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, he'd probably be polishing his dress boots, I guess. Making sure his dress uniform's nice and pressed.
All right. We'll just go ahead and skip to the parade then. Everyone got their notification, so is everyone going is really the question.
Yes, I'll clean up and get in my dress uniform and head there.
There, got a dress uniform Casey token.
Do you?
I do.
All right, let's see if I can grab it. I don't think you actually replaced the token part.
I just replaced my character profile. I don't know if I have access to what you get for tokens.
You should.
I think
No,
if you
he
just
doesn't.
drag from my if you just drag from my
Yeah.
character, it'll create a token, but it'll be square.
The sheets shut up with a default token, so no matter if you change the profile picture, the token will remain the same.
I see.
I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on Roll20, so I think you could change the token, but I'm not sure.
GMs have to do it
Not
okay.
terribly important.
unless you set up it in your
No, it's not. All right, so all of you are probably you probably got to the parade grounds a little bit early. You know, maybe 5 or so minutes before the expected start. So you all get a chance to stand around and talk for, a few moments. All the crews are kind of standing around talking.
Good to see you, Casey. Casey and Captain Price.
It's good to be back home, Chief.
It's good to see you, Chief, but, well, don't take it personally if it takes a little while to get used to seeing your face again. It's a long story.
DeGrasse leans forward. Are you both well?
As well as to be expected, Commander.
So I'd have to pretty much be dead or in a coma to miss a good parade.
Well, I can certainly agree with the chief here. It's really, really good to have you guys back. I'm looking forward to getting you guys on the bridge soon.
Hopefully, the doctor clears me soon. But according to her, I may have a while yet.
Try
Oh.
not to rush your recovery, Casey. You went through a lot.
Of course, sir. I would never defy the doctor's orders, he says with, like, a cheeky smile.
DeGrasse kind of leans forward to Casey. So would it be out of line to challenge you to a bout of Anbo Jiu-Jitsu in the next couple of weeks? Might be the only way I can actually beat you.
Well, that's what I was thinking. It might actually be a fair match for once, but I don't think the doctor would approve. She did tell me to avoid the K2 simulation, so I suppose we won't be doing any mountaineering in the near future. I assume that applies to other physical activity holograms other than the physiotherapy regimen.
Well, all I can say is that I attempted it in your absence, and, well, I know short of an accident, it's almost impossible to die in a holodeck, but I somehow made it pretty close. So don't think I'll be attempting that until you're rested and healed and ready to join me.
Remind me to take another look at those holodecks. Just for safety reasons.
And you guys hear the doors of the shuttle bay open and someone yell, "Room at attention," as the Admiral walks in.
Salute.
Since the time that Starfleet was formed, its primary mission was the exploration of the galaxy. But in recent years, that mission has kind of been put on the back burner. and a new mission has taken its place. One of war, one of conflict, one of sadness, one of sorrow. The events of recent years has left a bad taste in not only my mouth, but I'm sure the mouths of every officer that has served Starfleet in the hopes of finding new discoveries, meeting new life, exploring the unknown. When I accepted my commission as an admiral, I made it my duty to return Starfleet to its original roots, to its original origin. And that is still a promise that I am trying to keep and one I will make here today. With the conflict with the Tholians behind us, let us look to a new future, one of exploration, and one of meeting new life and new civilizations. But let us also remember those that have perished in these past conflicts, of those friends and family that will not return. Let us honor their memory here today. And she'll she'll open up the silver case that she has in her hand. Many of you have performed valiantly in your mission to safeguard Federation citizens and to defend your crews and your allies. And I would like to honor some of those here today. When I call your name, please step forward. Chief Petty Officer Mendrock.
Step forward.
For your role in finding a way to transport a team into the Mirror Universe, I hereby present you with the Cochrane Medal of Excellence. And she pins the medal to your chest and then reaches her arm out to shake your hand.
Shake her hand.
Good work, Chief.
Thank you, Admiral.
Lieutenant Commander Arnold Casey.
Admiral? He'll step forward.
For your heroism in the Mirror Universe and orchestrating a prison break of all of our captured personnel, I hereby present you with the Star Cross. And she'll pin the medal on your chest and then reach her hand out.
Casey will shake it firmly.
Congratulations, Commander.
Thank you, sir. This is an honor.
Commander Habar de Grasse. Hopefully I said that first name right.
Good enough.
For your actions in organizing and facilitating the escape, I hereby present you with the Star Cross.
DeGrasse steps forward and accepts the award.
And she pins the medal to your chest and reaches her hand out.
DeGrasse shakes it.
Good work, Commander. With more missions like this, I'm sure you'll have your own ship in no time.
Thank you, Admiral.
Captain Ezra Prax.
She steps forward.
For your actions in the Mirror Universe, I hereby present you with the Karagite Order of Heroism. And she'll pin the medal to your chest. Welcome back, Captain.
It's good to be back, Admiral. Takes a step back.
Thank you all for being here. Now let us move forward in our mission to explore space and seek out new life. You are dismissed. And the sergeant in arms will yell out, "Eddie's dismissed."
She walks up to the admiral. Admiral, a moment in private.
Of course, Captain. And you'll point over to a secluded area of the cargo bay. What's on your mind, Captain?
Our future orders, are we venturing out into the unknown on ourselves alone? Or does our profile still stand with the day-to-day fleet operations?
It is my intention to send every ship in the fleet out to explore the outskirts of our space. I think it is time that we get back to what we were originally designed to do. Wouldn't you agree, Captain?
I would agree.
But it seems like you have a concern, Captain. Please feel free to share it.
No, I don't disagree, Admiral. And normally I would relish in this opportunity. That's why I signed up and enlisted in Starfleet. I won't let you down, ma'am.
Captain, you have never let me down in the past, and I do not expect that you will in the future.
Thank you, Admiral.
I took the liberty of checking your personnel file, Captain. You are one of the most decorated officers in the fleet.
I do appreciate that, but to be honest, I think I've had my share of death and despair.
I think after the Dominion War, the Zenkethi conflict, now the Tholians, I think we've all had our share.
It's good to know we're finally getting back to our roots.
I agree. I'll just hope the Federation Council agrees with our mission.
Uh, excuse me, Admiral?
Have you ever played politics, Captain?
Well, I would think Federation Council would be a cakewalk compared to dealing with the Zenkethi and the Cardassians. But bureaucracy does not go so well.
I would take staring down a Cardassian cruiser any day as opposed to one call from the Federation Council, Captain. There are those within the council that would wish us to maintain border security or home defense. Given recent events, I wouldn't blame them, but that's not why we're out here.
tend to agree with that.
Took a lot of persuasion and a lot of string pulling on my part, Captain, to ensure that we're heading into this. I don't want to say new mission, but it feels that way. And I'm putting a lot of stake to ensure that we are doing just that.
Well, then we will double our efforts to make sure that it is not in vain, Admiral.
Very good. Thank you, Captain.
Any word on a before we head out into the deep? Any word about a new chief medical officer? Our medical staff is top notch, but there has been a role lacking. Though I have had it the heart to go ahead and promote Dr. McKenzie to that position. She's well earned it.
I do have a short list of names for your consideration, Captain, but if you feel that Dr. McKenzie would fill the role admirably, by all means, it is ultimately your decision. I can only make the recommendations for personnel. But a decision for a chief medical officer shouldn't be made lightly. By all means, take as much time as you need. I would do imagine that the refits are going to take a few weeks. That allow both yourself and your crew ample time to rest and recover before you head back out there.
Of course, Admiral.
And Captain, don't be afraid to speak candidly with me in all aspects. Like I said, you are one of the most experienced officers in the fleet, and I value your opinion.
With all due respect, Admiral, this is the opportunity I've been waiting for my whole life. Though recent events have left me somewhat hollow inside. Um, Normally, I would be shouting at the tops of the roof over this opportunity, but I am unsure if I am truly ready for it after what I just went through.
Traumatic experiences do require time to heal, Captain. It is
So,
not something that you could get through overnight. It's not a battle you can win.
so the counselor tells me.
But let me know if there is anything you need, Captain.
I think perhaps it's in order for before we depart, the crew have a bit of shore leave. God knows when's the next time we will have it.
I'm sure I could delay your orders for a few more weeks, Captain. After all, space is not going anywhere.
No, it is not. Am I to understand with these new orders we are to embark on a 5-year mission? Pending the council's approval.
If it turns into a 5-year mission, Captain, I would say yes. But you know how these politicians are. What is scheduled for 5 years could turn into 6 months for all we know.
Well, we are the fastest ship of the fleet. So even if in the vast unknown, I'm sure we will be able to make our way back in steady time.
But good luck out there, Captain.
And to you, Admiral.
Do the Federation proud.
Thank you, Admiral. And she walks off.
While that whole speech was going on, what are you three doing?
I'm beaming a bit at the middle, and
Casey will congratulate Mendruk and his Cochrane Medal of Excellence. Well-deserved award, Chief.
thank you, Commander. You as well, certainly.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank you, Commander.
And to you, sir.
It was hard won. Well, some of us more than others, I guess. But nothing wrong with adding a new medal to the collection, I guess.
Well, it's my first one, so
Hmm.
feel pretty honored.
Well, if you want medals, the Expedition's definitely the ship to be on.
Oh yes, I've witnessed a few between the senior officers. So
I'm on my third.
yes, I recall you getting your last one. So
Well, Chief, since this is your first, double drinks for you tonight.
I suppose I can, since my crew and team has got the ship underway pretty much. Maybe relax a little. That would be good.
Yeah, let's take some time. I think we've all been through quite a bit, so a little rest, relaxation probably would do us a bit of good.
Indeed.
Casey, you're a brandy guy? Whiskey guy?
Brandy and whiskey would be my preferred choices.
Okay.
You know, if you'd like to join me in my quarters, I have a very special and old bottle I'd be more than willing to share in celebration.
Certainly.
If the captain is done, the admiral, he would also invite the captain.
The captain could probably be walking up toward you at this point.
Gentlemen,
Captain?
Captain.
what's
The
this
three of us
here
were
about a bottle of scotch?
well, it's beckoning us from my quarters. You're more than welcome to join.
DeGrasse leans forward. That is, Captain, if real alcohol is okay with you.
Well, we are not shipping out for probably a few weeks. I see why not. In fact, I believe there's a Ferengi establishment on the station where we can get a little gambling going on, and I'm sure they will have ample amount of Sarian brandy and other exotic forms of liquor.
So let's pregame at Casey's quarters, and then we'll hit the bar, hit the gambling house.
Sounds good.
Works for me. It's good to finally be able to relax again, at least have some mobility.
Perhaps
DeGrasse
you
looks at
play a good blind man for a game of poker, Casey.
Well, I've never been one for poker, but I'd certainly give it a shot.
I was joking, Mr. Casey.
Well, as I said, my knowledge of poker is quite limited.
Well, there's always Fizbin. Excuse me, I am going to get changed.
Of course, Captain. These parade boots certainly aren't doing my foot wounds any favors.
Go get changed, Casey.
Yeah, might be a little overdressed for bar hopping.
All right. We'll meet at Casey's in 20 minutes. And
All right.
by the way, Lieutenant Commander, I actually do kind of like that cane on you. It's very distinguished.
Thank you.
Plus, might be good for, well, throttling somebody. So I could see how you could make use of it.
I was just thinking about that earlier. Not a terribly bad balance for a weapon.
No. All right. And DeGrasse goes to his quarters.
As those men drop to change into something more comfortable.
And so does Casey.
All right. I think we're actually going to call that the end of parade rest as you guys start your 2 weeks of drunken debauchery.